Okay, so this is a follow-up to my video about Australia Post in South Windsor, New South Wales. If you haven't seen the video, click on the link in the description. Basically, I was denied service because I was recording my transaction in a public place. I decided to follow up by lodging a complaint. I know, it was a long shot to let the bureaucratic posties know about unprofessional behaviour of their staff, but I wanted to test the system and see if my right to film in public is respected. Let's see what happened. So I lodged a complaint online about denial of service because I was recording the transaction on my smartphone. I was in the post office for a legitimate purchase. I think I might have overreached somewhat in my complaint by asking for an apology from the postal workers. Well, I did say it was a long shot, and I got the usual automated response. We're looking into it. Just 3 short weeks later, I get this reply. Oh, we're so sorry you were denied service, but it's because you were recording the transaction. Goodness, no. Then they say they'll get onto a manager and get the manager to talk to the postal workers. But then they start fishing for information. Have you done this before? Why are you doing this? I chose not to answer, but let nature take its course. And in the fullness of time I will no doubt get an apology. But then fate lent a hand. Another 3 short weeks later, I get another reply. They're still looking into my case. I am astonished. Thank you for your patience, says Zach M. I apologise for the delay in getting back to you. The employee didn't feel safe being recorded, hence the call to the police and asking you to leave the post office. What? Wait a minute. Didn't feel safe? When she's standing behind a counter right next to a male employee, and she's protected by a plate glass window and a keypad door lock. Hence why the call to the police. I don't think she actually called the police. She was on that phone, but doubtful about her intentions. And asking you to leave the post office. No, she didn't ask me to leave. Take a look at the video. Well, I'm sorry, Zach M., but you seem to be led astray by Karen's hurt feelings and fanciful lies, and completely ignoring the customer who didn't get service because he was undertaking a lawful activity in public. Somehow Karen has stretched the truth about my visit and told a story to her manager. Is this right? Let's take a look at the good book that all Australia Post employees must follow. It's called Our Ethics. In Work Practices and Performance, we see the commandment, make sure that anything you tell us about yourself or other workforce participants is true and correct. But she told her manager she asked me to leave. And this, it's not acceptable to intimidate, offend or mislead other workforce participants, customers, suppliers or the public. Watch the video where she says this is private property. Surely that's not misleading, is it? Or how about this? It's not acceptable to be rude, impatient or act in a way that suggests you don't care about our customers' concerns. I was concerned I wasn't going to get my envelopes that day. Did she care? The good book for all Australia Post employees also tells its workers to stamp out discourtesy, disrespect or rudeness they see in the workplace. I guess Karen's colleague hadn't read that bit either. So what's your post office story? Leave your comments below and please share and subscribe.